Alright guys, I'm back in the fight sofa. It's made it back in the house, not too long. Now, Randy Couture recently got an offer to fight. He said he got the offer around the same time Fedor got threw his hat back in the ring. So I'm assuming it's Bellator was talking about fighting, but to be honest, I don't want to see Randy Couture back in the ring. Randy Couture needs to stay in the background. He needs to continue mentoring and working with the young Bellator fighters so they don't wind up in with issues like how John Jones is. And he needs to continue working on the legislative side like he's been doing, working with different groups advocating for the Muhammad Ali Act to be applied to MMA, working to get better working conditions for fighters, insurance, better health conditions, pensions, and that type of stuff. He's been actively working on that. I think he should continue working on that, those type of things. I think he should continue with his clothing line. I think he should continue with the movies, Expendables. He has a lot in TV show, coaching. He has a lot going on. See him getting back in the ring right now at 52. I don't, it's not a good move. You already proved that you're the legend. You're already making good money. Continue to just live off, sit back, watch the money rolling and live off that legacy. That's the best move. That's what I would do. But for right now, I can't, even if it's free. No, I take that back. I wouldn't buy a pay per view with Randy Couture on it. Uh, no, it's a tough call. Because I love Randy Couture. He's really good. But after that last kick from Lyoto Machida, and the Karate Kid crane kick to the head that knocked him out, that's sort of like a straight up message to me that hey, this guy just needs to be retired, enjoying the retirement, enjoying the wealth, making the most of it, and building his own financial MMA empire. That's what he needs to do. He did good and came out ahead. So that's what he needs to do. At this stage, him going back and fighting, it's like, who would I say? It's like, it's pretty tough. And then next thing, who do you match him up against? Roy Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Fedor. I mean, these guys are old and they're war dogs. But, at some point, we gotta be realistic. There's only so much that they can do on a fight card. And we want to see the younger talent being developed and given an opportunity. There's lots of guys in these divisions that's deep that Bellator need to work on making stars. I understand that they have to bring the legends back to draw people and get themselves out there in the forefront. But there's lots of good young talent in. Oh man, I'm yawning. Can't help it. There's lots of good young talent in Bellator that they can develop. So it's like, would I want to see Randy Couture fight right now? No. If it was on a pay per view, would I spend the money to buy it? Would I be curious? Depends on the matchup. Depends on the who's matched up against Phil Davis versus King Mo. Do I want to see that? Absolutely, I want to see that. Big Ben Henderson got a fight coming up. I want to see who they're gonna match him up with. Absolutely. Rampage Jackson got a fight coming up in Bellator. Absolutely, I want to see that. But I don't. But who would they match up against Randy Couture? I mean, so that's what I'm saying. And then Wanderlei Silver, maybe he can match him up against Randy Couture. He says he wants a fight against Kimbo Slice, mano a mano. But I don't know how that's gonna work out because I still gotta do some research on his legal troubles. But the whole point of this video is that I want to see Randy Couture continue working behind the scenes to getting the fighters organized and getting them better conditioned, mentoring the younger guys so they don't make crazy mistakes like John Jones, and then working with that guy, guy's name, Chinese guy, Jim Young Fat. No, not Jim Young Fat. That's a movie star. You know who I'm talking about. Long Chi Chung. Well, I don't remember his name, but nonetheless, he and Randy Couture and Ken Shamrock have been working behind the scenes for better conditions for the fighters, and they're also a part of the class action lawsuit against the UFC in terms of wages and ancillary rights. So he needs to focus on those things, and because he's already done the trench work already. Now it's time for him to get to the point where he's doing his own MMA permission, MMA move. He has his own clothing line, Affliction. He and a partner, they were in some kind of dispute, but I think that's been resolved. I mean, I see his gloves in Walmart. I like to see Randy Couture being the legend that he is, but I just don't want to see him back in the ring. And that's just pretty biased. Like, who am I to say that? It's just like, I'm just some guy on the internet. I shouldn't be able to say that. But as a fan, I know what I would spend my money on. And I would not spend my money on that. That last fight, Kim Shamrock versus Roy Gracie. I didn't give a rat's, pardon my language, I'm going to say a rat's, or pardon my language, I didn't give a rat's butt about that, okay? What I wanted to see was Kimbo slicing Dada 5000 struggle around the ring and get entertained by it. But that's the throwdown I was promised. That's what I wanted to see. Incidentally, Dada 5000 said he has 2 heart attacks. One in the ring while Kimbo, 2 heart attacks. Kimbo while he was fighting Kimbo. So I guess Kimbo is such a bad man. Kimbo beat him to death and then beat him back to life. That's a sidebar. So Dada 5000, he's good now. He fully recovered from the hospital in Florida. He was checked in the hospital in Texas, had some time to recover there. Then he's recovering in the hospital in Florida. Then he's out now, so he won't be fighting anytime soon. His MMA career is done with. Let's put it that way. He'll with my iPad fall out my hand. He'll be doing promotions. But Randy Couture, stay retired, man. Make that good money. Work with your son. Fine tune him. Live vicariously through him. And then just stack your chips. That's what I would do. Peace out from the fight so far.